Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing very well. So today's video is one that I have been looking forward to doing for quite a while now. So if you couldn't tell by the title, I'm going to be testing out the Nightmare Before Christmas collection, not the whole collection, two things, from Makeup Revolution. And as soon as I saw like hints of this, I was just all over it. I'm a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. I was that emo kid um, at the age of 14, 15, a long time ago, and would go to Camden and see everything Nightmare Before Christmas, like the fake stuff, the real stuff, whatever. And I love this film so much. It's fantastic, it's amazing, basically. And I also have the highlighter as well, so I managed to pick up just the two items. Like I said, there was a complete collection, which was two palettes, two highlighters, some brushes, some bags, and lip glosses. I just got these two because I didn't want to try, I didn't really need to try anything else. I mean, I don't like lip glosses. The brushes don't look that great. It's just the packaging, which was really cool. Then the makeup bags looked really cool, but to be honest, this was expensive enough. I mean, this palette was £15, which for Revolution is quite high. And also I got a highlighter as well, and I think the highlighter was about £8.50. So yeah, let's just actually get on with it because we're just going to test out the products. And I literally received this about 20 minutes ago, and I've been waiting the whole day for it to turn up because I got a message from Royal Mail saying, oh, it'll be turning up today, around 3 o'clock. And I've been working today, so I've just been constantly listening to the door to try and see if it arrived, but it turned up, and then we're just gonna have to get on with it. So as you can see, I've got most of my face on already. So yeah, let's go in with the highlighter, and I got the shade Moonlight, Mischief and Madness. I think that's the name of it because inside of the palette it says that as well. But this packaging, oh, it's just gorgeous. I mean, like I said, I'm a big fan of this film, and I have been for a very long time. I mean, I grew up. So it's created by Tim Burton. A lot of people say that he kind of directed it. He didn't. He created the characters. I'm sorry, I had to pause there because I've been having a choking fit this evening. I don't know why, what's happening. Anyway, so yeah, when you open the packaging, it's pretty much the same as the outer packaging, but you get like a little flip case, which is really cute. So yeah, inside you get the Moonlight, Mischief and Madness, and on the spine, which is really cute, you get the Revolution and then Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the shade. There were two different highlighters. I just chose whichever one was there because I wanted to get them in my basket and check out as quick as possible because, long story short, they were not saying what time the palette or the makeup was dropping on the Revolution page, which is really annoying. Especially for people who work. I don't constantly have my phone on me, and I really wanted some of this collection. And then I saw on the webs on their Instagram that it was dropping at 7 o'clock, and I was like, strange time to be dropping a collection, especially in the evening. So is me continuously just like refreshing the Revolution page, and it got to 7:15, and I thought, let me just have a look, and it was on there. So that's pretty cheeky of them to do that because obviously a lot of people are waiting for 7 o'clock for it to drop. But if you're impatient like me, I was on there way beforehand and I managed to get the two products I wanted to get. I think a lot of people probably didn't get the collection because they were waiting maybe until 7 or until after 7 for the hype to kind of die down, but I don't know how much they had in their collection. But yeah, I'm really happy I got mine. I'm going to be happy if they work. So let's go in with the highlighter first. And it's got just Jack's face, which is really cute. I just swatch a little on my hand. It does come out really well, especially for Revolution products, because sometimes it can be very hit and miss. But again, this is not the cheapest. Like, they have some really cheap products, but I think because this is officially licensed, they probably needed a bit more money. I mean, yeah, this has come out quite well. I think I've put on too much, but that's fine. um, it's really nice. Like I said, there were two different shades. You probably can't see it because my lighting is terrible. But it doesn't look too bad, and it is quite it's quite crumbly. I mean, it came out really nice and pink on my hand, but there's a lot of fallout. And it is nice. I mean, the packaging alone is amazing. So yeah, the highlighter is not too bad. Again, I think if I take some pictures, and I'll put them on my Instagram, so we might be able to have a better look as to what the highlighter looks like. But I'm just gonna put on my Elf eye primer because we're going to be moving on to the eyeshadow, and this is what I'm very excited about. So while it settles in, I'll show you and do some swatches on my hand, so hopefully they'll look nice. Again, there were two different palettes. There was the Jack and the Sally one. I would like to have gotten both, but I didn't want to spend £30 on two palettes, especially when it came to like Revolution, because a lot of their palettes, I mean, they're cheap and they're really good, which in my opinion, because I think a lot of them are really good. So yeah, I have the Jack palette, and again, the packaging is just so adorable. I think Jack is, although he's quite a crazy character, he's actually really cute in like the drawing. And this is actually one of the kind of drawings that Tim Burton did, I believe, because there's a book I have which is like the film but in drawings, and this is the Jack on there. And yeah, Tim Burton drew like kind of roughly what they wanted the characters to look like. And this is the Jack, so let's open it up. And one thing I find really strange about Revolution packaging is that they have this plastic, which on the highlighter was very frustrating to get off because I didn't want to dig my finger into the palette, but I managed to get it off no problem. So as you can see, there's a nice selection of nudes, and you've got the colours. I think on the Sally palette it was pretty similar. There were a lot more reds, and I was very tempted because obviously red, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna go for a different approach. I'm just taking off the plastic because it's just, I can't get to the shades if I if the plastic's on there. But the names are pretty cool. So I'm just about getting, I'm getting there. There's a lot of shimmers, which I like, and I think there's a good equal amount of mattes as well, which is really frustrating, because when taking off the plastic, it's damaged the packaging just a little bit, and it's become quite sticky. But let's do some swatches. So let's start off with Pumpkin King, which is the orange just in the middle. So I'm just going to take a clean finger, and that's pretty nice. And you can also see in them as well, you see little jacks, which is pretty cute. We're going to go in with Pumpkin Song, which is just here. It's a nice nude. Obviously I like the names because they represent a lot of in the film. Again, very nice. Let's go in with a shimmer. So let's go in with Madness, which is a purple. So I'm not swatching and showing you guys, my angle's really bad. This has come out okay. It's kind of like an iridescent kind of purple. Come out okay. Again, a lot of people say that the eyeshadows will look better on the eyes as opposed to swatching. So let's get it on my face. We're starting off with a little brush, and again, what look to do today, because again there's a big selection of colours and nudes and reds. I'm gonna kind of not match my lips but kind of keep with the Halloween theme. So let's go in with Ghoulish, which is in the corner just here. As much as I like this palette, there's no mirror. That's not always the biggest problem, because I have my own mirror and a lot of people have other mirrors in their palettes, but most palettes I believe should have mirrors, even though it's just going to be a bit of plastic that you can look at basically. So far it's okay. It's a little bit patchy, but we're not giving up because this is only like our transition shade, and we're going to build up hopefully onto a few other shades. Very cool. Yeah, this shade is quite nice. I mean, it's a lot more lighter on the eyes than it is in the palette, but I guess when we build up, hopefully it'll get a bit darker. Okay, it's okay. We're going to move on next to it's quite difficult to try and choose another shade. Let's go in with Barrel. Yep, just here. And I'm going to use one of my Morphe brushes. It seems quite darker in here. So we're going to put that on the rest of the lid in the corner. It's strange how they look completely different on the eyes than the palette. It's kind of more of a grey brown, and it just looks like a chocolate brown in the palette. Okay. But yeah, I mean, one of my favourite characters in Nightmare Before Christmas are the vampires. I think they are just freaking amazing. And every time I like talk to someone that I know, I'm like, no problem, because they say that in the film. Is quite funny. They're just really great characters, and I really like, actually I just like all the kind of like little minor characters, because they're just, it's fun because it is a kids film, but then it's still quite scary. It still has its moments. I'm going to go in with Hinterlands, which is a black, so I'm just going to darken up the corner just a bit and then blend, so I'm not going to add a lot. But I remember watching the movie for the first time when I was really young, and just kind of taken aback, and then not realizing that everything was claymation, not claymation, but kind of like figures that obviously they used, which is just freaking amazing because it looks like obviously like an animated movie, and I've seen it in 3D as well when I used to work in the cinema. They had it in 3D, and I thought it was a bit strange to have like a movie like that in 3D, but it kind of worked. And you know, it's just, I love the music. Like Danny Elfman is one of the greatest composers ever. He did, in case you didn't know, he did the Simpsons theme tune, which is pretty awesome, and pretty much every Tim Burton movie in the world. And yeah, it's just a great composer, and especially he does all the singing for Jack as well, which is pretty awesome. Let's put on a shimmer because we're doing quite well on this. So let's go in with Lock, which is just here, and I'm going to take a flat brush so I can put this on quite well. Let's see how it works with a brush first, and then you see if my finger will make a difference. Oh, just poking myself in the eye, that's pretty cool. Hasn't made a huge difference. You can still see it, but it's not as prominent. Let me try the old finger. Right, let's go back in with this brush, and no matter how much I pile on, I mean, if it doesn't work, it's not going to work. Okay, it's quite a copper shade, but it's nice, but it's fine. I mean, it's a nice selection of colours that I've put together to kind of make just like a kind of dark nude thing. I'm gonna, is there a little to put in my inner corner? Just gonna find a small brush. Where my small brush is gone? Let me just have a quick look. in my little bag. Oh, here we go. So I've got a small brush, and I'm just gonna get, what's this? What's this? Okay, just digging my finger. And put it in the inner corner because it's like well, yeah, it's like a silver shade. I'm gonna see if it works. Yeah, comes out really well. I actually forgot to do something on my lower lash line, but we'll go back to that. What should I put on my lower lash line? Let's go back in with Barrel because it's quite a chocolate shade. I'm just gonna, on the bottom, not too much because I don't want to overdo. Well, I mean, it's come out quite nice. I mean, this side is definitely better than this side, and I like this. Like this, I don't know why I'm talking like that. The highlighter was, I think, a bit of a disappointment just because it just blended into my skin. It didn't actually pop that much, but when it came to the eyeshadow, pretty nice. £15. I mean, essentially you're getting like 2 palettes in one because it's a big boy basically. And yeah, I mean, that's the eyeshadows. Again, I'm gonna play around with because I just don't want to just judge it on just using it once, and I want to use the colors as well. So here's a close-up look. Again, this side is much better than this side. This side's a little bit patchy because of the black, but so far I think it's good. It's worth the wait. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like Nightmare Before Christmas, if you don't like it, what's wrong with you? But if you do like it, let me know what your favourite song is down below, because I think Sally's song is probably one of my favourite songs. It's just the way it flows. It's just gorgeous. I love Catherine O'Hara. She's amazing. And just the movie itself is just so much fun. It brings light to me, even though it's associated with like emos and goths, whatever. But I guess it's just that kind of that kind of film, and that's just Tim Burton. He's a very kind of dark-minded person, if that even makes sense. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to, and I'm really excited about it being October, and I'm going to be doing a lot more kind of alternative looks, and I bought some kind of like face paint, so I'm going to be testing out a few things over the next few weeks, so please tune in if you are intrigued. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're well, safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.